Morning, Jules here from Joolsedesigns at JT Creation. So it's another Tuesday treasure. So we've got some freebie downloads for you. This is what I've made, and they're policy pocket journal cards, and they open out like that, so there's plenty of journaling space. That one's got a little pocket with some ephemera in it, as you can see, and you can either do them that way and put them round, and that's using split pins. That one I've used grommets and put the grommets in, and that one just opens out on the front. So it's got a little hole in there, but that's fine. And I had a wee disaster with my printer. I'm always having disasters with my printer. I'm getting a new one, but I have a great big A3 printer, so they're not that cheap. Anyway, so here's the freebie. So we get one of these with that size on, and there's the big stamp to use as a pocket. There's some circles to use as the policy closures. There's a heart there. There's also a tea dye coffee dyed paper that you can print off. I've used it to print on the back of that, and there's a slightly larger one, as you can see. And I was going to print another one, but do you know what, this is kind of distressed anyway, so that little bit of ink won't matter. And there's some winter scenes. You could use them as Christmas or just winter or whatever. And it was when I was printing on the back, that's when the paper caught in the printer. But never mind, it's not bothering me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go away, and I'll be a couple of seconds to you, but I'll be a wee while for me, and I'm going to cut these out. I've also got some other bits and pieces of papers, digitals that I'm working on. For anybody that can't, you know, that you don't have a printer, so you don't download digitals or whatever, so I will make some out of these. Anyway, enough waffle, and I'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I'm back. So we've got them cut out. So we've got that one, and the little bits, and we've got this one and this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this one, and I'm using my my board. You don't have to if you haven't got one. I'm just lining, there's white lines where you crease. Just folding that way and that way, and then I'm just putting that white line up against the... Now you can either fold them all round, and they are let me get that over. They are all the same size, so you might have, it is meant to be concertinaed. That's better. It is meant to go like that. And then like that, or you can do it all the way around like that. It's entirely up to you, but you might need to manipulate the lines, and I've not that one's perfect, that one's a little bit off. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go up there with my bone folder. So I've folded them all in. and then fold that one down. A creasing folder. What you do is you just get your ruler, line it up against the line, take a ball tool or the edge of your scissors, just moving that in, just match it up with the white line and just do it like that, and you'll get the same crease. So, you know, if you've not got a thin ball tool, just make sure that you've got enough room so that you can get your ball tool on that white line. The envelope, but once you've got your envelope, you can just fold that down. And there we are. Now, you do get some ephemera with one of them. The stamp I've just cut, but what I use is I use a pair of hairdresser's thin end scissors. And it gives that stamped edge. I'll bring it in a little bit so you can see there. Sometimes it doesn't cut it right off. Sometimes you have to pull it off. But there you've got that stamped image. I've done the heart. The circles, I've got plenty of circles here that I'm going to use, so I don't need to cut them out. I usually cut them out with a circle punch because I've got one. It's not quite the same size. I want these quite dark. So I think I'll go with my Mementos Espresso. Put that one up there, and I'm going to get the rich cocoa out. And I'm going to go around these ones. So the rich cocoa is a bit of a warmer brown. So this one's got hearts on it, and that's why I did the heart, because I was going to do a little heart pocket on the front, but it's not big enough, which is not a problem. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this on some book page. Do it. And then I'm just going to roughly cut out, leaving probably about 1/4 inch. Cut it around there. If you don't get it perfect, don't worry about it. And there we are, and we'll just and this might be too big now. Where we're going to have the little circles. Let me put that one there. We might have to have that one on the pocket, which is fine. We can do that. It's just if we're going to have it on the pocket, we need to put it on before we put the pocket down. So, you know, it's all these things you need to take into consideration. So I've got my, and I'm glue 2 of these together. And that one will go there, and we'll just ink round it a little bit. There we are. So we can guess the middle on that quite easy. And I'm using my pen. This is just a pen, but it's like ball tools, but one of them's a pin. And I've got a little foam sheet. Oh, I'm going to get a visit shortly from the four-legged friend. Little Dora will be up to see me. Oh no, she's not. She must. Oh, she'll be getting her feet dried because it's a bit damp out. And I've got some little tiny ones, so we'll put that through there, and then through there, and then just open the legs like that. And where's my pocket? I'm going to put that there, so that's going to go there. So I'm just guessing the middle, the best way, and then just put my split pin through there. Open the legs. Now I don't want anything catching on that pocket, so what I'm going to use is I'm going to use a little bit of washi tape. This is washi tape I don't really use for anything. It was when I worked for Do Crafts, and it was the Santoro range, and it's quite sticky, this, so it's quite good. And I'm just lightly putting it on, and then what I do is I turn it over, and I'll use this, and what that does is that just straightens the paper down, because if I pushed it down it would push the legs down, it would all crease. And obviously we want room between there, because that's where you're going to put your thread. And then we'll move them out the way, and I'm just going to glue around the bottom part of the heart. And there we have a pocket. There. And you get little bits of ephemera and things like that in there. So that's that one. And I'm just going to do a little bit of stamping in there. Script. So I'm just, and it's rich cocoa I'm using, because we don't want to take too much away from the journaling space. And I'll do a little bit here. And there we are. Where's my lid? I don't know where I got this from. I've had it for absolute years. I didn't even get it for crafting. I think, I'm not sure, I think I got it with my sewing machine. I must have been doing curtains or something. Roman blinds, and it's the string you use for the, or something like that anyway, but I don't know, but it's come in handy for my card for this type of crafting anyway. Cut the short one off. and then wrap that round once, twice and a half. And there we are. So we've got that one. So we'll do the big one now. So we'll have that there. I like the secondary stamping. You can put, so it's very, very faint. And we'll have a bit there. And we'll have half of one there. And we'll have a little bit of one there. Should we have one on the front? We'll have a look, see what it looks like. Because I might put some little labels on the front. Yep. So I'm just going to do the number on there. And just do part of this one on there. Just wiping it off there. And I'm just putting that one upside, because that's it. It is the right way. I knew it was the right way. Now we want circles for this. So and again, it's thin card I've cut the circles with, so I'm sticking two together. And this is a bit of scrapbook paper and a bit of card, so and we've got these. Now you can put them on there if you want, and I think I will. Do I want it as a side pocket? I think I will, so I'm going to put a thumb notch in there. And I just want to, like that. And then I'm just holding the side that I don't want glued. And then I'm just putting that on there like that. Oh, do you know what? I've done it again, haven't I? Right, okay. I've stuck that on, and that should have gone through there, otherwise it's going to hinder the pocket. So what we'll do is we'll put one on and we'll tie the string round, or we'll put a little bit here, I think. No, we'll do what we were going to do. I'm going to put these out the way. So take my, guess the middle, whoops. And then get the pin, and I think that's about right. So we'll put that one on. My nails are getting in the way. So put the split pin through there. And then I would normally have that round about there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a piece of card paper, card preferably. Oh. 2 seconds. Okay, that's me back. I was just checking. I thought my husband was hovering outside. So, alright, so I want that roughly just a little bit bigger than... Can't cut a straight line to save my life. So again, I'm just going to do the same. And we'll put a number on that one. Okay. Right. So we want that one there. We want that in the middle. And this is what I do if I forget, you know, when I'm doing a policy envelope or whatever, and I forget to put fix the fastener on before I've got my envelope sorted. So where there's a will, there's a way. Right, put that in there. Get another little... Keep picking up the big ones. I don't need the big ones. It's the little ones I'm after. There we are. I'll put that in there. And that in there. I'm just forgot to ink round my circle, so I'm just turning it round to catch it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to glue this on. So I'm putting plenty of glue around the legs of the split pin. Move that out of the way. And then we'll put that there. And I'm just going to make sure it's pressed down. Here we are. And we'll put a little bit of washi tape. The one thing about washi tape is you can ink over it. So again, I'm just putting it on quite gently. And then just running my, you can use anything just to flatten it. You can use a ruler, the edge of your scissors, whatever you've got handy. And there you can see it, it's kind of straight. And again, put a string on. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to tie it in a knot. I always fix it to the top one. Probably because that's the flap that's getting pulled down. See, what I was going to do, if I didn't put that on, I would have put it round like that. And that is another way you can do it. But I do like my... So once, twice, and a half. If you want, you can put a little bead or something, a little charm on the end there. So we've got those two. And then we'll do this one. Now this one's got the stamp pocket. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fix these on first. So we'll get the little circles out. And we'll do the envelope flap first. Get my pin. So it's round about there, which is fine. Find the middle of that. Get the ball tool, the one that's, oops. Oh dearie me. Where's my pokey tool? There it is. It was there, that's why I couldn't find it. So I'm putting my pokey tool in, so just to make that hole a little bit bigger. And then a split pin. That's better. And what I want is I want this here. Now I'm going to have that as a pocket, and I'm going to have it as a pocket there, so I'm just going to put a thumb notch in the top. And then I'm just going to mark this where I want the circle, so it's there. And again, the split pin in there. If you pull the legs back too much, just bend them back round. You can use your paper to do that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a little bit of washi tape. As I say, this is washi tape I don't use. And if it's going to be on show, you can ink over. So again, I'm just gently putting that down there. And there we are. And then you could stitch these pockets on, you know, before you sort of like move that out the way. Before you put your pocket together, you can do whatever you want. Even after you've done it, because these open right up, you can stitch these on. I've got a bit of glue seepage. And there we are, and I forgot to ink my circles. Never mind. So I'm just cut the short end off. Once, twice, and a half. And there we are. So we'll move these out the way. I did start with a tidy desk. I never end up with a tidy desk, unfortunately. Right, so that was the two I did off camera, and these were the three I did on camera. And again, just brilliant envelopes. You've got a bit there for ephemera. You can put pockets on all of these, and then you've got journal space. You can also put coffee dyed paper on there and use it as journal space. It's entirely up to you. So if you don't have the means of a printer and downloading the free digital, you can make it with your own papers. This is an A4 piece of paper. It's just slightly different dimensions from the letter size in the US. So I'm just folding that there. In fact, I'm going to fold it right the way around, right the way down. And I'm going to have these as tall as you want or as thin. I mean, this is a little bit taller than that, but a little bit shorter than that. So then what I do is fold it in half. You don't even have to use all this. Fold it in half that way. Fold it in half, and then that's it equaled in four bits. And decide which one you want as your we'll have the lady there. So we want our flap on there, and I think we'll have a nice bit of tartan. So I'm just marking that there, and I'm going to trim that. And you can have this as deep as you want or as light as you want. So we'll have it right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself some envelope flaps. So I'm just folding it that way. In fact, let me stick this down first. So I'm doing because I might make the flap a little bit not as deep. And then I'm just going to put that up against there, match it up. okay. And then we've got that on the back, and if that, oops, glued it a little bit, if that sticks over there, just give yourself a little trim and it looks okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold that way. I think that's, to me that looks okay. And I'm going to put the sort of like the button fastener in there, so I don't want to take that off, but what I do want is, I want, in fact no, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to give it I forgot I've got these. These tag, and then that will come down like that. I forgot I had them. So what we want is, we want our buttons, our circles, I had loads of these there, they all are. Because I think they're roughly about the right size. So that one there. If you want them stiffer than this, you can put 3 bits of card together. It's entirely up to you. And then we guess the middle. Did I put my... No. That one there. I'm going to put them on this side. Okay. And I want this about here. I'm just going to ink round this first. And then we'll put that in there, open that up, and then I'm going to stick this one down. And again, I'm just gently putting it down, and I'm going to put it down on that side so that it sticks. I've got a bit of glue seepage on my mat. And then I'm going to ink round it. And I'll speed this up so you don't have to a bit of glue from when I stuck the envelope flap on. Right, so we'll put that in there like that. I'm not even going to do any stamping on this one. I'm just going to put it down like that. And right, I'm going to have to mark it. So I'm just going to put do it with a pencil, you silly woman. Oh, you're in your 60s, you haven't got eyesight of a 20-year-old, silly Billy. Alright, okay, I'm going to ink round this. I think even if I was in my 20s, I wouldn't have been able to see that tiny dot. Oh, do some silly things. And there we are. And a split pin. Now it was a coppery one I had for that one. Is this a coppery one? Oh yes. No, it's not, but it'll do. Oh, it is, I think. Could be just a vintage brass. Yeah, it is. And then open up the legs, and again we'll put some washi tape on that. Again, I'm just putting it lightly, turning it over, and then just pressing it down. There we are. Have a lovely Scottish Christmas. It's a bit wonky. Oh, Julie, only I could get it wonky. But never mind, it still looks good. I'm not looking for perfection. I don't think any of us that junk journalers look for perfection. And again, cut the short end off. And then wrap it round once, twice, and a half. Yeah, I quite like that one. So that's how you do it, and you can use coffee dyed paper, you can use scrapbook papers, you can use book page, as long as it's substantial, digitals. But as I say, these come as a freebie. You saw the pages, you get those 3. You can use these as templates, but you don't have to have you don't have to have these digitals to make these. You can make them as you've just seen, and there's lots of journaling in that, and it just folds up and it fits in your journal page perfect. And you can do some stamping and things like that. So you've got, you know, if you like a journal and you want sort of like some private journaling that you don't want people to see when they open the journal, but some people just like nice things that they have to go hunting for. So I hope you get something out of this. I hope you'll enjoy the freebie. It is a thank you for all your support. I do appreciate all your support, and one of the things that I would really appreciate if you could do is if you could like the video. Apparently the algorithms of YouTube work on likes and comments rather than anything else than views. The more likes you get, the more YouTube will put it out to other people, you know, to see if they want to watch it. So I would appreciate that. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.